He's always had a knack for understanding the impact of public relations. Of course, he was, a former actor and understands the value of social media. And a television spot like this is a message to Vladimir Putin, who just weeks ago said that Kherson was part of Russia. Well, Zelensky's presence shows that it's not. And it's also a message to the West, to NATO and the European Union, that Ukraine is going to take this fight to the finish. Russia has slaughtered too many Ukrainian civilians in their homes, in their hospitals, in their schools, for Ukraine to stop before evicting Russia from Ukraine's territory, as Zelensky emphasized today.
Okay, Dan, while this is happening, there's these talks with the Russians and Turkey that are ongoing, we believe. We reported that yesterday. Even though they took this town of Kherson, it's on the west bank of the Dnieper River. On the east bank is the Russian army, still today. So they're there. And
right,
that's where the front is.
They are there. That's exactly right. So Ukraine doesn't control the entire region of Kherson. They do control the city. And right now we may be looking at a pause in military action because of wet ground. But once the ground gets a little bit harder with winter, we may see a renewal of the hostilities. And that's why Vladimir Putin is relying on this long-range artillery. But that is not going to sap the will of the Ukrainians to continue the fight for the basic principle that a rogue nation should not be allowed to invade its neighbor, slaughter its civilians, and illegally steal its territory.
Okay, Dan, as it stands today, you tell our producers Ukraine wants more air defense, more Stinger missiles, more artillery with greater range, more air defense. So that's a big basket of things. We are spending a lot of money so far in Ukraine. Is that money designed to win, or is that money designed to force a truce at the table of these negotiations?
I think the Biden administration would argue that it's up to Ukraine to decide when negotiations begin. I think Ukraine assesses that they've got to remove Russia from the Donbass and potentially from Crimea before any negotiations begin, that Russia should pay for all of the billions of dollars worth of damage they've caused to Ukraine. But look, let's be clear here. Ukraine has done more to defend Europe and the United States than any NATO member has ever done against Russia. And had they not done that, you can delay a dictator like Vladimir Putin through appeasement, had Ukraine not been able to fight, but you're not going to stop him. And Vladimir Putin, look, invaded Georgia in 2008, has interfered in our elections and elections throughout Europe, has supported dictators like Bashar al-Assad in Syria and enabled his use of chemical weapons. Ukraine is stopping Vladimir Putin's war machine, and that is a value for U.S. national security. It's also a value to the world economy, because if Russia had succeeded and succeeds in their war against Ukraine, there will be massive negative impact on the world economy.
I'll just make one last point. The town of Kherson is the only provincial capital in 9 months of war that Russia was able to conquer, and now they've been forced to relinquish that town. Dan, it's good to have you. We'll call on you again very soon. Thank you, Dan Hoffman.
All right.
Right now, DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is in the hot seat on Capitol Hill. Lawmakers pressing him on the chaotic ouster of President Biden's border chief. We'll have the latest from that. Plus, newly obtained documents revealing how the FBI considered using spyware to track Americans. We have the stunning details.
Secret agent man, secret agent man, they've given you a number and taken away your name.
The Wendy's $3 breakfast deal is here. Get a bacon or sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, plus a small seasoned potatoes. That's a better breakfast for just $3 in 3 easy steps. 1, wake up. 2, get out of bed. And 3, head to Wendy's for your $3 breakfast deal. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours. Select request $3 breakfast deal or to obtain a discount. Not valid for all card or combos orders. Price and participation may vary in Alaska and Hawaii.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-482-9747 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-482-9747. That's 800-482-9747. What do you have to lose? Call 800-482-9747. Again, 800-482-9747. And sponsored by Open Jar Concepts. Attention, this is an important message for anyone that has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. The Internal Agency for Research on Cancer warned that overexposure to Roundup and other weed killers may increase the risk of developing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Monsanto, the manufacturer of Roundup, may have known that Roundup and other weed killers were likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from the public as proprietary trade secret since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to warn of the potential risk of cancer. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call us now at 800-211-0302. Our network of attorneys are ready to fight for you, and you'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call now for a free consultation at 800-211-0302. You must protect your legal rights. Call 800-211-0302. Again, 800-211-0302.
Travel with your significant other, best friend, or family member and make a great living while doing it. Team driving at Warner Enterprises is the best way to earn great money and benefits while seeing the country together. Want to team drive but don't have a partner? No problem. We can find a compatible one for you. We even have opportunities for seasonal team driving. To find out more about team driving at Warner, chat with a recruiter by visiting drivewarner.com.
Back in 1962, Everett Rail started rail transport with one truck. From our humble beginnings, rail has grown to be a destination carrier for professional drivers of all experience levels. This year, rail transport celebrates 60 years of safety and service as one of North America's safest trucking companies. And we couldn't have done it without the hard work of our professional driving teammates. Thank you for driving the railway. To learn more about career opportunities at Rail Transport, visit us at rail.jobs.
Hi, I'm Joe Perillo with JoePerillo.com. We know many of you are searching for just that right pre-owned luxury vehicle. That's why I want to tell you about JoePerillo.com. At JoePerillo.com, you can browse our huge selection of curated luxury vehicles. JoePerillo.com is based in Chicago, but we ship cars all over the country. Check out JoePerillo.com. That's Joe Perillo, Perillo, or dial 312-BMW 1111. That's 312-BMW 1111. 312-BMW 1111.
5-star Google reviews are the best reviews any company can get. This drumbeat represents one. Many companies have some. And this is how many Search Kings has. Search Kings has over 1,200 5-star Google reviews. No wonder Google hand-selected Search Kings as a Google Premier Partner. You want to stand out where your customers are online? Switch to Search Kings.
The awards show that matters is back. The 2022 Fox Nation Patriot Awards, and it's bigger than ever. Let's do this. The only place to watch it live is on Fox Nation. Join Pete Hegseth and all of your Fox favorites this Thursday to celebrate our country's real heroes and honor their commitment to our nation.
It is the award show that America needs and that America deserves.
Sign up at foxnation.com and get exclusive access to the 2022 Patriot Awards this Thursday.
FBI Director Christopher Wray testified last December that the agency would use a spyware tool called Pegasus only for research and development, so that's R&D, right? But newly obtained documents revealed the FBI weighed using it to track Americans. Julian Turner is tracking that story in D.C. What'd you find out, Julian?
All right, well, here we go. Democratic Senator Ron Wyden is now telling us, Bill, he believes Wray provided misleading testimony to Congress under oath and that the FBI actually planned to use this very powerful spyware tool called Pegasus, even targeting Americans' phones when necessary. This is becoming explosive now. The FBI tells us, quote, the director's testimony was accurate when given and remains true today. There has been no operation operational use of the NSO product to support any FBI investigation. But Senator Wyden told us yesterday, quote, "It is totally unacceptable for the FBI director to provide misleading testimony about the Bureau's acquisition